Hey guys, GMX here, and welcome back to our Let's Play with Hojo here. In the last video, we actually had another commenter who was Rufio, and so we're actually going to name the city Tulu after him. So thank you for commenting down below. If you want to have your chance to be named after a city, go ahead and comment down below. And today's question of the day is going to be, what is your favorite early game wonder? Whether it's the Colosseum, early Petra, things like Hanging Gardens, Temple of Artemis. Go ahead and let me know down in the comments below. And let's just do a little recap of what we've done in the last couple of games. We had an early war with Peter here. We settled, took over some of their cities, the city of Nero and now the city of Rufio. This is their last. They have two more cities here, Kazan, and I don't think they have a city down here, but then this one over here, Astrakhan. They haven't expanded anywhere else. So we also got a religion up and have been spreading that. We're getting that over here. We got it all through China last game. And we also settled some cities up here on the northern coasts. They're not going to be great cities because they're in tundra, but that's okay. They're going to be slow ones. They're going to be more for just sticks of loyalty and just growing up harbors and stuff like that. Because last era we had a heroic age. Well, the current era we're in, we're about to end it actually. We had a heroic age, which we got Hic sunt what's it called? Hic sunt Draconis, so that we get +3 starting population. So all these have good loyalty on them and everything like that. And getting these harbors up will help us get tons of gold for our empire. Additionally, we are getting our city of Kyoto flipped back to us. It is going to flip here in 5 turns, which is going to be excellent for us. We're going to get that back. That was our original founded city. Peter took it over, and now we're going to get it back. We are also trying to convert the rest of the world. I'm not sure if we're going to go to a religious victory, but it might be actually fairly easy because we do have a lot of apostles with the promotion of proselytizer, which helps eliminate other religions. So we could get Buddhism out of the Khmer up here pretty easily, I think. We also have Macedonia down here that we also want to change over as well. I actually might send these apostles down to Macedonia instead to try to get Alexander's civilization turned over before that, because it seems like a lot of their cities have not been converted over. So that might be our easier route, and then maybe taking the Zulu, and because we already got a couple cities converted over, and then going up for the Khmer as the last city. But we are going to be entering another golden age, which is going to be excellent. So we're going to go ahead and get that, if that's in 4 turns, but we're slowly getting up our alchemical societies, improving our science. We're doing pretty well in the realms of science and everything like that. Keeping up culture-wise as well. I think we just need to expedite our science by getting up these alchemical societies and things like that in our cities. All right, there's printing. That actually gives us a nice boost for getting tourism from great works. We have a couple of those. We don't have many. I think we only have like 2. Nope, we only have 1 Great Works of Writing, but that's all right. We do have a couple relics that are actually giving us tourism per turn. We could build also the Forbidden City. That might be something we want to go for. So we might look at our high production cities and see if we can build that pretty quickly. Maybe something in the city of Nero. I'm not sure if they have the availability or not. Next, for our technology, what we're going to go to do is, I think, go for banking and then mass production. That way we can get our shipyards up. Shipyards are very important for getting production in your coastal cities that have harbors. That's going to be really useful for those cities we settled up north, because those will have pretty low production since they're in tundra tiles. And it'll also give us some food as well. All right, we do have an apostle here in the city of Ulundi. We will have the potential to convert it here with our last charge, because we do have translator, which gives us religious spread is triple strength in other civilizations. So let's go ahead and see if we can convert Ulundi over here. Boom, there we go. It is low, and it might switch pretty quickly back over to Buddhism, but that is a good thing we can secure in there. And let's actually see, is that a majority of religions? It is not. So Buddhism is the main religion of the Zulu, but getting these is going to give us a strong foothold in our religion here into these cities. In the city of Rufio, I think we're going to go ahead and get a diplomatic quarter up. A little tip is if you put your diplomatic quarter right next to your city center, you actually gain +1 envoy. All right, and there's Reformed Church. That actually unlocks us Theocracy, which is the religion I think we're going to be going to. It would be nice to have monarchy, but I think theocracy is better just because the policy slots it has 2 economic policy slots, whereas we had 3 military policy slots, which you really didn't need. Like bastions right now we don't really need, but it might be good for us to get something up like conscription for right now, to make sure that we can get extra gold, and because we do have a couple units eating up our gold per turn, not too many, but just enough. We have 9 currently, and so this will reduce that down a little bit and give us an extra little boost for our gold per turn. Now we can also pick up another economic policy slot, or take out serfdom and pop something in down there as well. Simultaneum is actually probably a good one, because we do have the chosen belief of work ethic, which gives us extra production from having faith. So popping these 2 in together would be really good. Another thing we can do, rationalism. We don't have a lot of high population cities, so that's not going to really work for us. So what we might do is go ahead and instead of serfdom, maybe we could do Republican legacy. We could also do natural philosophy. That actually wouldn't be bad. That'll boost our science pretty well, and help us get potentially a scientific win. So let's go ahead and go with this. I don't think we need to settle any more cities. I think we're good with everything else, so that sounds good. Naval infrastructure might be good here and a little bit once we get those harbors up, but as of right now, none of those harbors are up, so we have to kind of wait to put something like that in. All right, and there's the industrial era. We got banking and military training. And now what we're going to go ahead and make our dedication. So let's take a quick look at them, see what we got. All right, we could do Heat Sink Draconis again, reform the coinage. We do Heartbeat Steam. Let's see, we could also do 2 arms. Let's go ahead and I think Heartbeat of Steam is going to be our best bet. We don't have as many trade routes to take care of reform the coinage. We will here soon, but not right now. But Heartbeat of Steam will give us everything that we get science adjacency for. We'll get production as well. So all our campuses are going to give us a production as well. So if we go here to our empire map, we can see that I have a let's see, a +9 campus there, a +2 here, a +4 here, and nothing else too online. But at the same token, I will get that 9 production here in this city, which will expedite that a ton throughout our empire. All right, now we have the city of Kyoto that actually flipped back to us, which is really great. We're going to go ahead and keep that city, of course, get some air score for that. And now we're going to go ahead and get a monument in here. And now we just actually, with the unlocking of theocracy, we can actually go ahead and build up the St. Basil's Cathedral. And look at all these delicious tundra tiles. I think that's going to be great in here, because for all those tundra tiles, we'll get +1 food, +1 production, and +1 culture. And must be adjacent to our city center, so we want to pop it over here in Rufio, right here. And we'll get tons of adjacency bonus from that. And it'll be a very, very good place to put it. All right, in our city in Nagoya here, we have the ability to build Kiwakasani here. I think that's actually going to be a good play. It's only 15 turns. It'll give us some extra ability to get some extra suzerainty from some of our city-states that are surrounding us. All right, and there we got circumnavigation. We were the world's first to actually circumnavigate the entire world, which is pretty cool. And we have our apostle over here. Let's see, where is our next city? Okay, there's Pella. Perfect. I think what we're going to do is we're going to keep getting this guy and converting these cities here. You actually get 100 gold if I convert this city. And here I have the prolethicizer, so I can probably convert the city of Dion here. Perfect. That'll give us some good loyalty of the religion in there. And then for our next civic, we're actually going to pop up and do, I think, go ahead and get maybe diplomatic service so we can get our chanceries up. Or we can do mercantilism. And I think maybe mercantilism is a way to get privateers up and stuff like that. But let's go ahead and do mercantilism and then diplomatic service. All right, and with the settler, we're actually going to settle this city here. I think this is going to be our best spot here, mainly because I could settle on one of these grassland hills that are on this river, but the opportunity cost is that I won't be able to get these tiles over here. I want to be able to work these tiles and all these tiles over here a lot quicker, so I think getting up a city here and then growing over here and then maybe getting an aqueduct or something like that would be a lot better. Because if I was to do an aqueduct here to the mountain, and then with the horses here, I could actually get a good +3 industrial zone right here that I could start working. Additionally, I have actually, thinking about it now, Nope, that's still the best course because I could actually chop out this rainforest and get something like a good campus around here because I get a +2 from being adjacent to a coastal reef right there. So I think this is good because we can get a decent harbor, a decent industrial zone, and indecent campus. So let's go ahead and settle here. All right, we have a good sum of money and also a faith built up. So what we're going to do is actually go ahead and get another extra couple apostles. I can also get Hippolyta back if I wanted here. I don't think I really need her quite yet. Let's see, is there anywhere else I can purchase with faith some apostles? There is. Okay, I can also get a Garguada in here. That would be good to get. So let's go ahead and get that in that city. And then also, I have some things I could purchase. Like I could purchase the consulate, which would be good for us. And here I can do, let's go ahead and get an arena. That way we can get some amenities. I will need some housing in here, but once that Alchemical Society pops up, I will get some housing from there. In Tokyo, let's go ahead and get up a monument, I guess. And then I only have 350 gold. Is there anywhere I can pop something small that can help out? And here, this city up here, I'm actually having a big issue with some Corsairs. This city actually might just die, which isn't that great. Those barbarians are kind of holding me up quite a bit. And unfortunately, I can't build anything. The walls would take too long to build to help me out anyway. So what I'm trying to do is see... So I would be able to hit one of these guys, and maybe they would run away, so the city can heal up, but otherwise the next turn the city might go away, so we'll see about that. We do have some build charges we can use here, though. So we can get some of that stuff online, like here. We can pop this in here. Boom. Very cool. Okay, so luckily those barbarians did run away, letting this city heal. So I think I'm going to go switch over to Ancient Walls instead. And try to get this going. I do have the ability to get a swordsman here, so I'm going to upgrade here so that we have some extra combat strength there. All right, and then with these apostles, we will want to send them over. But I do think we also need to kind of get Peter's religion out of here. So let's go ahead and do a promotion here. We can do Orator. And then we can also pop in, move him down first, and then get this guy with Orator as well. And then the city of Rufio, we have the ability to go ahead and... Oh, they have an apostle down here that we can maybe take out. Let's see about that. We could probably do that. Let's see if we can get... We got Orator again. I'm wanting to get the one that helps with Theological Combat. That'd help us out a ton. All right, now we're going to try to convert the cities of Alexander and Area and Auckland. We have one more charge in this guy. Boom. There we go. We got Shinto in there. And then we have 3 charges here, so we can pop in a couple here, maybe to Muscat and stuff like that. Now in the city of Kyoto, I have a build charge. I have 1 more remaining. I think I'm going to go ahead and get these horses online to get extra production in this city as well. And we are also working on the devotion to Maui. I think the Maui, I'm actually going to send up into these cities up here so I can get more luxury resources. And with those luxury resources, I can actually help potentially get this empire, these cities up and going a little bit better. All right, when choosing our World Congress, we have sovereignty, and we're going to try to trade, go to trade city-states because we have Cahokia really close to us. And for luxury policy, we're going to try to get pearls because we have tons of pearls. It'd be nice if we could go ahead and get double amenities for all those for all our cities. All right, and trade city-states was selected, but then for luxury policy, no amenities were granted to Amber, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. We just unlocked mercantilism, which gives us the ability to, we can actually pop in something like veterancy, so we can get conscription out of there. We don't have that many units, so that's not helping us out too much. This would help us out getting our harbors and the buildings for those districts up a lot quicker. Let's see, what else would we want? We just unlocked triangular trade, which gives us more gold per turn from our trade routes. We don't have that many trade routes. We have 3. We are going to be expanding that, but that's not going to be useful for us quite yet. So I think keeping this in what we have right now is going to be our best bet. Next, in terms of civics, I think we're going to go ahead and try to get to industrialization. And then going for scientific theory, so we can go ahead and try to work on the Oxford University potentially. Like we said with our hero Maui, we were actually going to send him up to the to our newly founded cities up here and try to get some more amenities and stuff like that, some luxury resources, so we can ensure that we have some nice amenities, as well as getting up some more useful tiles on these tundra tiles.
Kilwa is one
All
of the
right,
most
there we go.
beautifully
Kilwa
built cities
Kasani.
in the world. The houses there are entirely made of wood, their rooftops out of rope grass, and it rains with great vigor.
Very cool. That'll give us the ability to get some extra envoys in our city-states and get some extra suzerainities.
Not lose faith in humanity.
All right, there we unlocked humanism. We could also pop in something like this to get some great artists online, or invention to get great engineers online. Looking at our great people, though, let's go ahead and see who's earning the most. So you're getting 6-6 and stuff like that. We're actually pretty good in the race there, so I'm not too worried about that. 58? Oh, they're getting a lot per turn. So Zulu's trying to go for science pretty heavily, it looks like. We are earning the most great writers per turn. That could be something we could also go for too, as always. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Do we want great engineers? I think that would be good for us, especially if we get something like Mausoleum of Halicarnassus up. So let's go ahead and first for our next Civic, let's go ahead and pick up. Let's see. I don't think we actually need Merchant Republic, but getting up something like Scorched Earth would be good. Maybe not. Maybe we go for Civil Enlightenment, Civil Engineering first. All right, Industrialization. Very cool, very cool. We are going to be continuing to spread our religion. Actually, in our last city over here that we have not converted, I want to go ahead and put some charges into here, and then this guy will actually go ahead and get the last religion switch over, because if I do, I get 100 gold for converting a city to my religion for the first time. So if I go ahead and pop here, oh, nope, then I already converted it with one charge, so never mind. I actually am going to send our apostles back to our holy sites to heal. And then we're going to send them over to those Buddhist places to make sure we can go ahead and continue to get our religion up over there. Yeah, so this city did fall up here. Those Corsairs took us out pretty heavily. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to settle this city, and then I'm going to immediately start working on the ancient walls again. With this builder, we're going to try to get this lumber mill online, and then what I'm going to do is actually purchase a... Let's see, I think I can't purchase any field cannons or anything like that, but I can do something like let's see, either a Corsair myself, or I can do pike and shot, which is anti-cavalry, which they tended to have a lot of. So that'll help us out with being sure to keep our city up there. For campus, I do get a nice +2 over here, so I'm actually probably going to buy that tile and go ahead and purchase one there. And I did have some couple spots of coal that I need to get online here. So coal there, coal there. Where's the last spot of coal? It didn't pop up. Oh, I got stuff pillaged over here, so I honestly need to get a builder up in here. So let's go ahead and get Nero. That's a 5-turn builder. That way we can keep getting our housing and stuff up in here too. Could get in a couple extra farms and stuff online too. 10 turns until we get St. Basil's Cathedral in our city of Rufio, which will be really fun to get. That'll help us out with all these tundra tiles. They'll, instead of 1 food production, and there'll be 1 food, they'll get an extra food. There'll be 1 production and then 1 culture as well. Earning a great person, we got Jacob Fugger. He is a great merchant that gives us 200 gold and 2 envoys, which is actually pretty good because we do want to get some of our envoys up. I am wanting to move these guys up here. I don't want that barbarian frigate to go ahead and take our units away, because they can automatically take away religious units. In our city, Okayama, we're going to go ahead and get, I think, the archaeology museum up. That'll be nice. And then our city, we actually got Maui up here to our northern cities like we talked about. So we're actually going to go ahead and pop in a couple either bonus or luxury resources. We have 4 charges we can spend, so we can go ahead and get these up in these cities to make them a little bit better. Okay, so there's some deer, not the greatest strategic resource, but it'll help us out. We can get a camp on there, and hopefully that'll help us out just a little tad in those cities. We also did meet the city-state of Taruga. I'm going to pop 1 envoy in there, but I don't think I need any more. I think it's going to be more important to get some other cities up, like getting some envoys in this religious city-state here, which can give us extra faith and things like that. Alright, we just got civil engineering, which we might actually go ahead and... We have the potential to get skyscrapers up. We aren't working on too many wonders, though. So I don't know if that's really beneficial for us right now. Public Works is good, but I don't think we need it quite yet because we're not building too many builders. So I think we're fine where we're at. We're using our pike and shot to go ahead and take care of these guys very, very easily. These Corsairs don't stand a chance, so this city will actually be able to thrive this time around, so we can get things like up, those things up. Maui actually has some barbarians we got to deal with up here, so we're going to go ahead and take care of those and then make those luxury resources. We got all our apostles repaired up here, so now we're going to go ahead and send them over to these cities over here and try to convert them from Buddhism. Next, we're going to try to go for our Urbanization Civic. That way we can start unlocking neighborhoods to increase our population in our cities. With our governor title, we're actually going to get Liang here and promote her with aquaculture. The reason I'm going to do that is I have her currently in the city of Tokyo. Let's go ahead and take out the religious modifier. I have the city of Tokyo here, which we are really lacking in housing right now. We have 6 out of 7 population, 7 out of 6 population, so that means we are very, very low on housing. So we really want to get that up as quickly as possible, which means we will want to ensure that we can get fisheries online, which will give us extra housing and food for this city.
Eagles fly.
And there's Machu Picchu. We built that mainly because it took us 5 turns to build. That gives us an extra adjacency bonuses for some of our empire stuff. Not too much, but gives like our theater squares and stuff adjacency bonuses. Gives us bonuses to industrial zones, theater squares, and commercial hubs next to mountains. We don't have many mountains in our empire, but we built it just because we really could. Yeah, I didn't see any bad thing about doing it, was the main thing. We do have a frigate there, so we're going to actually send this settler down to the south. Here, we're going to pop you over here, try to get these guys going. I want to take this city out so I can get more Shintoism in there. Or Shinto in there, not Shintoism. Let's see. Potala Palace we could build. Angkor Wat we could build. That would help. Let's see, what else in this city would we want to build? I could get a builder or two. I think I'm going to do that in here, which will be good. I can get a 4-turn spy, so let's go ahead and get that, actually. All right, we also have the Kazan is actually flipping in loyalty to us. It's a rebellion in 16 turns, which is going to be actually pretty excellent for us. So what we actually probably want to do is in the city of Nero, we have availability to get something up. Let's see. I'm thinking we already got this builder to repair these things to help with our housing. I'm thinking we could do something along the lines of, if we do bread and circuses, that would actually flip even quicker. So let's go and do 1 bread and circus there. Now in the city of Tokyo, I think it's time to get a harbor up. We can get a delicious +6 here. We get a +2 from the city center, +3 from adjacent districts, and +1 from the government plaza, which is very, very excellent. That's going to be awesome. It's pretty funny because there's 2 things here, which we get a +5, but that government plaza gives us that delicious +6. All right, Maui actually is going to try to take out this barbarian encampment that's somewhere up here. I guess there's not one up here? There was barbarians that came over here, so I'm wondering where they came from. That's kind of odd. So we're going to send Maui back and go ahead and get some bonus or luxury resources on this tile and this tile to improve those tundra tiles. All right, now in Tokyo, we're going to go ahead and get those fisheries online. Like we said, that gives us some extra housing and gives us excellent sources of food. And then in the city of Nero, we're going to be repairing all of our pillaged farms to make sure we get the housing we need, because right now we are at 9 housing. That is not good. We did get a Liang touring, not Liang, Alan touring, the great scientist, which actually gives us Eureka for computers and 1 random modern era technology, which is very cool, which was replaceable parts. Very, very neat. So now we can know exactly where that is on the tree and start working to that if we want. That's going to be important for getting things like flood barriers. All right, we also have the ability to get Alexander and get him. I think I'm going to try actually go for a cultural alliance. The main reason is I want to settle these cities here, and Alexander's the greatest pressure there. So if I go ahead and get a cultural alliance with him, let's see, go ahead and get a friendship first, and then get a cultural alliance. Let's see, boom, let's do that. Is there anything he would want? Would you want this? for this or this or this, you would, and you'd give me extra gold for that. Fantastic. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. And then let's see what that loyalty is now. Let's go ahead and refresh this. Okay, so yeah, now I can settle on this tile here perfectly fine and be able to get a city there, which would be pretty nice. So I think that's where I'm going to be going. All right, we do have a apostle up here who has the indulgence vendor. So if we can convert these 3 cities to our religion real quick, we will get some good gold per turn, which extra gold. So that'll be kind of nice. So I actually won't be able to get that there, unfortunate, but we might be able to with the other guys. I do have an apostle here who has a religious translator, so I'm going to send him down to these cities down here of China's to try to convert them to our religion. We're going to continue to get fisheries up in Tokyo to make sure we get extra housing and extra food. I'm going to send this caravel that we had in Kyoto down to escort this settler once it comes online. Once it moves down here, we will be able to escort it that way. Now that I've converted 2 cities over here, my apostles only have 1 charge each. So what I'm actually going to do with them is actually hold on to them, not expel those charges, and kind of keep them over here in case there is an apostle that I can go to Theological Combat with, and so that I can go ahead and attack it as soon as possible. That way, since these guys are in cities that are in our dominant religion, we can go ahead and ensure that we will have some combat strength advantages from that. In City of Ulundi, we're going to continue to siphon funds. Actually, we have the ability to get some tech boost steals, so we're actually going to go a couple of those. Alright, we just got bought Hippolyta back, gives us some extra era score. She's just going to kind of roam around, give us some extra military strength. I don't really think I need her, but it'd be nice to have. I actually might pop her down to the city of Nero and stuff like that for once Kazan flips in 3 turns, we'll go ahead and ensure that we can... since it's going to be a free state, we want to go ahead and ensure that any free units don't come and kill us and hurt our cities and pillage our districts and things like that.
One had a twisted
Alright, and there's St. Basil's Cathedral. Alright, this is going to be some amazing yields. Let's go ahead and look at that. So look at all these tiles now. All these tiles that are in this city get the +1 food, +1 production, and +1 culture. This is going to make this city so much better. As you can see here, even these tiles up here, this city is just going to be ramping up in production. You can see my production is now 36. Not amazing, but compared to what it was, I think 20 something beforehand, it is a lot better. We can go ahead and get something up in here as well. I think what we want to do is go ahead and get a bank. We can get some gold, but let's go ahead and queue up Renaissance walls and then the bank. Renaissance walls gives us some extra tourism. It also helps with defending, so when Kazan flips to a free city, we can go ahead and use some additional shots that'll give us some extra garrison strength there. Alright, with some of our religious units, we actually have the ability to go to Theological Combat here. We would get a major defeat against these the Apostle over here, but we do have a larger combat strength advantage over these Gurus. So if we go ahead and hit once with this Guru here and then once with that one there, we actually can get some Buddhism here. And then what we want to do is get our units in a cluster so that if this person attacks, we have a higher combat strength against him. We might be dead because of this, but I think we should be okay. I'm not too worried. If one dies, I can just bring the other ones back. Not too big of a deal. All right, with our pike and shot up here from this city, we're going to go ahead and try to take out this barbarian encampment. So I'm going to shoot this skirmisher first, and then try to get that corsair as well. Hopefully it attacks into me and it kills itself. The city of Kazan is flipping in 1 turn, so we want to make sure we have our units upgraded. I think I'm going to upgrade both these units. I actually don't have enough gold for this one, so next turn I will. But Hippolyta will be here to defend our cities here. All right, so one of our apostles almost died there. So what we want to go ahead and do is bring them back to our cities that have our religion. And then what we want to also do is see if we can get to this Guru over here. Getting that Guru, if it goes back on land, it would be really helpful because those are weaker units that we can take out quite easily, actually. All right, our city of Rufio, like we thought, they have a rebellion. So what we're going to go ahead and do is try to take out these units here. Let's see, we can't attack anything there. They do have, Russia has quite a bit of pike and shots, which isn't too bad actually, but we might go ahead and pillage these districts. The reason I might want to pillage them is because it allows me the ability to go ahead and get some nice loyalty. Not loyalty, it gives me some nice nice things like science, and it will give me faith per turn by going ahead and pillaging them, which will, once I get this city back, then I can automatically repair these cities, all these tiles, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to do that. Let's go ahead and go for economics, and then I think steel, so we can get something like Eiffel Tower, and then artillery, and then I think chemistry would be our next best bet too. But let's go ahead and get the stock exchange from economy there quickly, and then research labs will be the next thing we really want to gear for. All right, in the city of Nero, we have the ability to get the electronics factory, which I think we actually will. That'd be really good for us because it gives us extra production when powered, and gives us 8 great engineering points and things like that. I actually probably gonna can work on the dam first, because that dam is gonna help these tiles to make sure that they don't get destroyed. All right, in the city of Kyoto, and we now have the ability to get a harbor up, which I think is going to be really good for us. Other things we can get up is like a theater square. We could get a +4 there, or a industrial zone. That's a +6. That's a +6. I don't know if I can skip that up. The harbor would be great for gold and stuff, but that industrial zone is very, very tempting. I think I'm going to go for the harbor first, just because I can get more trade routes and stuff like that. And then once I get to 10 population, I'll go ahead and try to get a industrial zone next. All right, with our last shards of Maui here, we're going to go and pop it up in the city of Morioka. And go ahead and get either a bonus or luxury resource. We actually got furs, which is excellent. Now that we have 0 charges, we're going to go ahead and have this guy go ahead and explore up here, make sure there's no barbarian encampments up here, and we're going to continue to kill guys over here with our pike and shot. All right, in our city of Nagoya, we're going to go ahead and work on the Panama Canal. That is an 18-turn Panama Canal. Takes up these 3 tiles, which isn't too bad. But that 18 turns is going to help us get some nice things, because it'll give us extra trading routes, multiply the gold when they go ahead and go through there. So our trade routes are going to be that much more advanced from having that. There we go. We got a nice boost we stole from Ulundi. We do have an apostle that has been trying to attack me, so I'm going to move this guy back over here. I do have this one who has Theological Combat strength. I'm going to have him come over here and see if he'll bring an apostle over to me. Now we have the settler down here that we got the cultural alliance with Macedonia to make sure we could settle a city down here. So we're going to pop a city straight down here. Let's see, make sure, actually, should I change my policy slot to get, I'm thinking I will, just to get public works. So I actually will pop in public works for simultaneum, because simultaneum is not going to give me as much faith bonuses as just having scripture. So we'll go ahead and pop that in for a couple turns, and then once we get urbanization, we'll go ahead and unlock that, put it back to the simultaneum. So then once we build this city here, that builder will actually have some extra charges on him. We do have a promotion we can do for our spy. Let's see, can we do anything that helps with fabricate scandal? Let's go ahead and do that. So that's now a fully promoted spy, which is really good. In this city, we want to go ahead up and get we have a good housing here, so we want to go ahead and get up a monument so we can get more tiles per turn. All right, we're going to send this guy up for Theological Combat. You go ahead and get Niter Farm online. Not a farm, but yeah, you guys know what I mean. Okay, we're going to explore up here with that guy. And now you go ahead and rest and repair. And then you're going to go ahead and try to take out that barbarian encampment. So we have a unique opportunity here. One of their apostles actually went into the water, meaning we can actually go ahead and potentially attack it here this next turn, and make sure that it'll have less combat strength because it is embarked. So like we said before, we now have the ability to attack into these guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and attack down here. You are just going to hold, I think. And what we might do is we might move this guy down and hope that this guy attacks him instead. What we might do with our apostle though here is just kind of hang out here. We do have Debater, so I kind of want him to be up on shore here to attack down in here because I can get a major victory there. And this guy's just going to be support bonus there. This guy I'm going to send back to our city over here to rest and repair. And you are going to go ahead and kind of hang out here as well to provide combat strength bonuses. All right, Maui has some work cut out for him. Apparently, there's a barbarian encampment up here. Luckily, all these units are pretty low combat strength, so this guy can just go ahead and attack into them. I think I'm going to attack the range units first so that I don't get hit as bad. Because range units, if you hit them first, they have less of... When they hit you, they do not lose any health, so you want to hit them first. We also need to get some alliances back with people like China, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Economic alliance with China here. Let's see, they'll give us tons of stuff, actually. They have amber, they have pearls, so we don't have any other things that we need. They'll give us 11 gold per turn. We'll also give them a little embassy there that'll help out with some our alliance levels and things like that. So the Khmer, we also want to get a friendship with. We'll do an embassy with them. We'll do a research alliance with them, get open borders. They'll also probably pay us for pearls and wine as well. So if we give them that, they'll give us 14 gold per turn. That's excellent. So good deals there. Give us some extra gold per turn and gives us those alliances back. All right, there we entered the modern era. Maui took out some of those units there. We got steel, boom, Book of Thor. We got a one of our apostles died, and it had the martyr ability, which gives us a relic, which is good for some things. But now we have the ability to take out this apostle. I think potentially we might be able to. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. This is our one with Debater. That's going to give us some good combat strength there. Those are major defeats, though. That's the only bad thing. So these guys I actually want to move away, unless he's going to pretty much destroy our religion, our religious units there. So now this guy can go ahead and keep in combat strength with him. I do have the ability to get a new dedication because I am in another golden age. So I think now I still want to pick up Heartbeat of the Steam because I think my science adjacency bonuses will give us extra production. We still don't have our trade routes up like we were hoping. So Heartbeat of Steam is going to give us the extra production in those cities. All right, for our World Congress, we have the Urban Development Treaty. I think usually the AI goes for city centers, so we're going to go ahead and pop that up. We only need one probably into that. Purchasing our military units, usually they do minus 50% to production or gold. We'll gamble with production. Person who gains diplomatic victory points. Let's see, who has the most diplomatic victory points? So now it's between me and Peter. I think they'll probably vote for Peter or something like that. So let's go ahead and vote up Peter. It's going to be counterintuitive because they'll get diplomatic victory points, but we also might be able to get victory points. Additionally, we could just probably do ourselves and get up enough like that to maybe get ourselves those diplomatic victory points. Also, World's Fair, that would be actually pretty good to get up as well because we are earning a fair amount of great people points per turn. Okay, so I did get 2 diplomatic victory points. World's Fair did pass. It was minus for gold, which is, it's usually toss up between production and gold. But I chose production, it was gold this time, and then we did get city center. So we actually got tons of diplomatic victory points there. Let's see how many we got. We had 4 from that one, so now we should have up to 10, I think. Let's see. We should have, yeah, we have 10 now, which is amazing for us. Let's see, let's go ahead and get this iron mine online. And then for Theological Combat, we are doing pretty poor right now. So we want to pop these guys up here and to defend against this incoming apostle here. It might be good for us to get a guru up as well. So actually, I'm probably going to purchase 2 gurus and send them over. I also probably need to get an extra couple apostles as well, so I'm going to do that as well. I have tons of faith to be able to spend and do that, so I'm not too worried. Okay, in Okayama, we can actually build our first neighborhood. We actually can have some pretty decent ones. There's a +5, but that takes a 2 food, 2 production tile, so I'm actually going to do this +4 down here. Additionally, in Nagano, we have the ability to build a lighthouse. I'm going to go ahead and do that so we can get extra trade routes up. And I think that's where we're going to end today's episode. We've gotten a lot of our infrastructure up. All these little small cities are starting to get all their infrastructure up. We now have more cities here. We have Kazan flipping over to us. We got St. Basil's Cathedral, which we got tons of yields for. Look at that. That culture return just from that. We have tons of science. We're leading in science by a fair amount. We could pretty much go any way we want with this kind of game. We could do a religious victory, we could do a science victory, or we could even do a cultural victory, I think. So actually, and apart from the question of the day, go ahead and let me know down in the comments what you guys would want me to go for win-wise. We're now at the 205 mark. We could pretty much win whatever way we want, but let me know down in the comments below. Also, be sure to like and subscribe, and let me know what your favorite early game wonder is. And with that said, that's the conclusion of today's episode. I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.